original gunslinger. Hey yo, brave boy. You take this for toy. Me not play them games, boy. Hey yo, right now. PvP. Hey yo, yo, yo. If a player wanna start me, stepping on the map, your whole team wanna war me. Bring our next level for me. You're not a challenge, your skills just pour me. When I pull out my RPG, spit out 16s like a SMG. Yo, game boy, you can't test me. I'm one of you, don't impress me. Hey, I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered.
Morning, JT, and happy day. Let's see what is today. Is today Wednesday? Happy Wednesday.
I got you surrounded right now. My team versus your team. We got you cornered. We got you triggered. Them go on, them go on, them go on me. They say you and your team coming for me. Them go on, them go on, them go on me. Better fall back, I'm gonna bring me army. Got you one-on-one. PvP. Knock you out the game. You can't test me. Yo, say right now me are the MVP. I got you triggered. You can't test me. I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered. I got you triggered.
Well, let's see. I'm just getting set up. It's 51.8 degrees now. Got the heater going. I'm gonna be standing today. I don't feel like sitting today. Let's see. We did. I think I'm just about ready to go. We might be a little early today. All right. That's set up too. I am looking forward to not having political news for just a little bit, which will be nice. Nope, and I need to turn on the scene switcher. There we go. Now, once upon a time, in a day not too far ago, we were over here. We've been working on Rust AWS Lambda, our little project, or just creating templates, a little template so that we can record our findings in building it's a moderately easy to manage a set of lambdas for AWS. We're also learning at the same time. Now, one thing that I haven't done is set up my AWS publish file. So we're also using SAM. We can do a SAM build. This should build everything. Let's just do a little sanity check here. Actually, I want to do it with, was it debug? Yeah. You know what? We also need to do a, oh man, it says this is not a happy terminal. I'm gonna close these. For whatever reason, I have borked tmux. I don't know how I can't open a new terminal at the moment. I'm gonna restart tmux. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now it's working. Is this working? Let's check on Capitan. Capitan's been running for a while. Let's see. How long has Capitan been up? Oh, it doesn't know. That's fine. Hey, morning, Krasink. I'm doing all right. Just had life has been happening lately. I haven't been streaming in the morning. I desperately miss when I'm not streaming. I really miss it. I miss hanging out with you guys. I miss Rust. So. It's actually this one. I'm not going to do a cargo build. LA cat make file. This isn't big. Okay. What was it that Sam was telling us before? I want to get deployment working. Let's do that first. How are your projects going? Oh, you haven't seen us? I thought I remember you being around in the past couple weeks. No? Man. Oh, interesting. You must provide a functions identifier. Do they have a help on this? They do. Oh, I see. So we can give it the event. Okay. And do we have to give it like hello world function? I think it was HTTP example. Dude, that should at least give us the error. It used all of 6 megs of RAM. Not bad. Duration build. That's funny. 100 milliseconds. Oh, it was for like 5 minutes. I see. Yeah, we're getting to that part of our product life cycle as well. Been bug hunting. So I've fixed maybe a dozen bugs recently. They don't give me like the easy bugs. They give me the bugs like there's a caching issue in our data system. We need you to figure it out. Those are my favorite. Okay, that's running. Let's do the other one. Let's do a deploy guided. Oh, fine. I wonder, where is it actually saving that? Unable to locate credentials. Good. What do I need to do for this? AWS, SAM. Thought we had something over here. Lambda events. No, that's not it. Okay, we do have this stuff. Does this talks about SAM, doesn't it? It does. Let's click into here. I forgot that was a CLI thing like that. Okay. We're gonna have to do some auth here, right? Install SAM. Build and deploy Hello World with SAM. Let's click into there. Actually, the auth might be in the install section. I'm not sure. All right, was that the error? Unable to locate credentials. Good. No. Okay. Setting up AWS credentials. Oh, I see. Not using the AWS CLI. So I could toss it in there. I don't know what's in there currently, but I'm guessing it's something I'm not going to want to share. Hey, welcome, JB Pratt. How you doing? I'm going to check to see if I have that file already set up. So I'm in an alternate terminal. I don't. Yeah, so JB Pratt, we've been building out a little template over here, Rust AWS Lambda. It's a little project which is really just how to set up a little project using SAM. Since it's not even really a how-to, it's just a project. And it's got our make file, it's got template with some source. I'll be adding some more documentation, a little bit more comments in here for my future self. And so far, it looks like we're able to run this using the SAM run local. So that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, now for setting up the access stuff. I say, or we could use environment. I don't want to use environment because I'm afraid that's going to leak too easily. What I mean by leak too easily, I mean like on the stream. So we're going to avoid that. I'm going to copy that, toss that in the config file. Now I need my AWS key ID. I have somewhere else. Somewhere. It's this one. And we'll see. I think I'd set up this key value, the auth, using some tutorial. Don't remember exactly what tutorial it was. Oh shoot, does .aws not exist? Let's give that a save. All right. Not cargo. We're gonna do the deploy guided again. Stack name is Zenacron. We've been doing that recently. Confirm changes? No, I don't really care. Now, I've been watching AWS grow up, but I haven't used AWS besides virtual machines. I've been very consistently kind of against using the virtual machines, but using the virtual machines. And now I'm trying to go serverless just to understand it. And I'd like to see Rust in there because I think it's being able to use Rust means you're on the lower memory tier. It's going to be faster. You're not going to run as long. It seems like the perfect marriage for this. But things like the IAM roles, why would we want SAM here to create these IAM roles? Guessing it's because they are in the template file, which is an extension of the CloudFormation config. So we might have something to find in there, and I'm wondering whether or not it will reuse the ones that it finds. Creating the required resources. Oh goodness, that might actually work. I think we may have to go look at AWS. Did I have this logged in somewhere? Probably not logged in anymore. Root user sign in. Is that what I wanted to sign in as? I could sign in as the IAM role. No, I can't because I checked. I didn't check the box. It said it could log in via this interface. So I'm gonna have to log in as myself. OTP stuff. This will take just a moment. Nope, that's not it. Alright, must have caught it on the transition. Or a typo, who knows. Alright, so we're into the console. Now if we go back to the terminal, what do we have here? We asked it to deploy. It went through. Managed S3 bucket. Setup. Morning Flask, how are ya? A different default S3 bucket can be set in this. Oh, I see. This is for setting up the lambdas? Interesting. Yeah, we're doing well. Keep him busy. Morning, Maddie. How you doing? It's restoring it. Okay. Running SAM deploy for future deployments. We'll use the parameters above. Okay. That's neat. We can learn more here. Okay. I'm going to toss that open in a little window so we can look. Now we have two different things set up. It's not showing us what the association is yet. Confirm change set, false. Capability IAM, parameter overrides. Yeah, it's been a while. It was intrigued by serverless Rust. Okay. Yeah, this is Rust in an AWS Lambda Flask. All right, so if this is working, I want to know where these endpoints are actually managed now. And what is this file and how large is it? It's 1.3 megs. Why is it 1.3 and this one's 1.2? One's probably the HTTP, the other one's the event handler. That's fine. I mean, they're small files. They should load up very quick across their network. Let's come back in here and do a little discovery. I'm gonna go into Lambda, and what do we have registered here? Rust test. This was a while ago. Feels like I'm missing something, doesn't it? Where's the rest of them? Oh, the change set failed. Oh, waiting for change set to be created. Thank you, JB Pratt. Encountered a terminal failure. Okay. Unresolved resource dependency. Serverless Rust API in the output block of the template. Okay, let's take a look. So it's saying that unresolved resource dependencies, this, and the outputs block. Interesting. Serverless REST API. Where was that? Forgot to delete the API ID from the outputs. Should be at the very end. Hey, JB Pratt, I do not follow. Find out more about other implicit resources you can reference within SAM. Go here. So we can look there, figure out what serverless REST API is. Or is that supposed to be something from up here? And maybe I changed these? Just delete all entries of serverless REST API. I mean, it looks like what we're doing here is define. Correct me, please. Does this? I'll say it in a question form. Does this URL represent the URL where this Lambda is going to exist? Serverless REST API in this template is a logical ID for the resource. I see. So why couldn't it use it? Oh, but I deleted the resource. I see. test, lambda, was it dispatch? That was function. Hey, welcome back. I mean, here, it's only, this one, I remember we did get this one to deploy. But the serverless REST API is not defined in here either. Now, is this because... See, I wonder why this is. AWS serverless function. Serverless REST API star. Resources are generated once per stack. The events block is missing on the function block. Oh, this here. I see. Let's go look. Oh, wow. Yes. Now this one didn't have events, but also I did not deploy it the same way. So where does events go? Oh, this is the wrong one. I wanted this one. Okay, this one has two functions. One handles HTTP requests. The other handles random events, right? So you're saying that my function type, okay, properties, it goes in the properties block. So in here somewhere. Then we have events. SAM is a wraparound traditional CloudFormation, and it provides many helpers or provisioning resources that simplify things. The AWS serverless function isn't a real resource. I see. It's a SAM transformation of the original AWS Lambda function and allows for extra things like tracking on event triggers. I see. No. I absolutely appreciate it because I am out of my wheelhouse here. So please, please guide me. To know if, in this case, it looks like here we have prod and we have HTTP example, and I wonder how that and this path marry up. So if we said some path there. Now this is saying thumbnail API. I don't know where this is going to be used. So events, thumbnail API. What does thumbnail API actually mean in this case? Oh, I see. It's for the permission. This events block with a type API will provision the extra API gateway resources required. I see. I'm going to let the dog out. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I see. This name here on line 23, is this freeform? You can have this be anything you want? It seems like there's a lot of convention in here, and I'm not sure how they map up. I mean, other than seeing these events here. Logical ID, thumbnail, API ends up here. Simply the logical ID and the template. All right, so if we take this, now if it's not an HTTP endpoint, what would it look like? It's used to reference that resource, only in that template. Okay. Now I don't know if this is going to have a path on it because it's not an HTTP endpoint, just some other random serverless function. I guess it could. I mean, method doesn't make sense here. No, I absolutely appreciate it, JB Pratt. Otherwise, I'm kind of wandering. I find their documentation just massive, and getting from one point to the other in their API isn't all that clear to me. And the entire thing for a better picture. Oh, thank you. Like, for me, it took a while to learn how to navigate the Rust documentation, and I feel like I'm going through the same stages of learning for the Rust AWS, excuse me, not the Rust, the Amazon AWS documentation. Like, why? How would I know to look these up by these identifiers? Okay. I'd probably look up SAM and go through the getting started, but not entirely grok everything, because it would get something moving, and then I'd need to go and search for different pieces here. Like, I see that there's this AWS serverless function. This creates a Lambda function, IAM execution role, and event source mappings that trigger the function. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. So this could be all of these. Wow. Okay, so, and this is basically where any of these events can come from. S3, Kinesis, etc. And in the other case, we have the HTTP API. Morning, Raimo. Well, I'm glad you're here, JB friend. This is very helpful. API ID. Okay, and I wanted to API function. Wondering if you should feel behind or not. No, I think it just depends on kind of where your work takes you or interests. Because I could see people getting into, embedded, and I don't see a need for some embedded engineer knowing AWS stuff. Yeah, the surprise usage bill. Yeah. Morning, John. How are you? So it looks like, here, I'll just toss another one of these on there. Now he has a bucket. I don't have a bucket. Let's see, which one of these can I set up? You know what? DynamoDB is one that I'll probably be interested in setting up. Properties, batch size. Oh, I see. So you could actually get a number of events. That's neat. And you can have a stream ID, a bunch of stuff I don't understand yet. There are many ways to do it. And guys around cost control now. That's cool. All right, let's do schedule. AWS SAM generates an AWS events rule resource when this type of event is set. Okay, let's go with schedule on this one. Type, not API. Because the other one was API. And that was this one. Method path, request model. Okay, request ID. Yeah, we're exploring the AWS bits as well. Okay, let's keep in schedule. Enabled, true or false. Input, name. Okay. Type schedule. Now, does this have to be under properties, or was that just... So, I want to look at API to understand how this was set up. So, properties had path and method, which would have been here and here. I see. So yeah, if that's scheduled, then these get changed. It would be nice if this YAML section showed a little bit more context. Required? No. Enabled? Required? No. Which one of these are required? Required? Yes. Schedule. Oh, examples. Properties, schedule, rate. Sure, once a minute. We'll do that. Guess we could give it a name. Although I kind of expect this to get set up automatically. Chrono rate is possible. Oh, whichever you prefer. Rate is probably more manageable by people born more recently. I would actually lean towards using cron, but that is what it is. All right, let's try this again. Sure, Xenocron. Confirm changes before deploy. Nah. Sure, create the rules. Save it. That's fine, that's fine. Ah, it failed again. Why? Failed reason. Unresolved resource dependencies. Serverless REST API. Oh, nice. Sam validated. That's cool. Build lookup package. Deploy logs. That wasn't very helpful. The Python actually crashed. Oh, here. None type attribute has no attribute starts with. Okay, yeah, it's still not helpful. Region starts with CN dash. Who knows? Yeah, I'm guessing that I ended up starting with something in here, like the tutorial. Oh, no worries, no worries. Template. Okay, yeah. And we're not getting that far. Where's their old template file? Oh, what about these errors? Let's check these. Troubleshooting, here we go. No, it doesn't look like that. That's it. You need to still delete the serverless API references. But we are doing one HTTP event here for the HTTP example, and then one for just regular event, some other event. So you're saying for the we could probably find where this came from. I mean, it seems like we would still want something here, no? Guess what does that give us? Implicit API created for the event of this function. Oh, it won't expose an HTTP API. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Let's try validate again. I wonder if it would work now. No. And do we have to do guided? Could just deploy using our config file, right? Yeah. Okay. Can I paste error message from the validate into here somewhere? Oh, sure. I'm gonna bring it into some other file first. You know what? Oh, well, thank you for the sub, JB friend. I appreciate it. I'll toss in a snippet. Oh, it doesn't want to go. There it goes. Oh, Clippy is awesome. I love Clippy. Clippy with Angry Clippy. Now, I'm on an OS 10 box, and my CLI version is this. Let's see, can I adjust this at all? Probably not. Can manage it. And what else might they want? Python version, it's Python 3.8. You can see it in there. That was recently built because, well, Sam wanted it. So. Oh, still serverless REST API. Okay, let's go ahead and just delete the other one here for a moment. Well, delete that. And it looked like this was, oh, where did that go? Configuration file. Really? What? Unresolved resource dependencies. Is it just because it's even in there? All right. Blow away the .sam build. SAM config. Oh, SAM build and then SAM deploy. No, that's. I had no idea. So deploys what you currently have built, regardless of it being dirty. I see. Okay, that also means, okay, we haven't done that before. That means that this might work. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back because it's an HTTP one. Okay. Oh, that's making so much more sense. Did it only build one? Oh, that's a template. Oh, look at that. And thank you for the explanation, because the endpoint doesn't need a public-facing HTTP endpoint, so you don't have to use that in that config for those events. That makes sense. So we should see over here somewhere. Oh, well, we can continue to look. Okay, it looks like it's still setting stuff up. I'm not going to touch it. But we are going to come back to here and give it a refresh. Oh, there's a refresh in the page. Not there yet. Updated console. Oh, interesting. Still going. Oh, it's doing the, what is it? These are the permissions, the API gateway. All right, I want to go look at the API gateway because I am not familiar with that either. Not over there. So why would you want IAM roles for Lambdas? I was going through the documentation for AWS identity and was it access management? It does make a lot of sense. It seems to limit what different deployed pieces of code can do. And it seems then that the Lambda has its own role. That there should contain the new rules. Oh, I see. Oh, am I in the wrong region? I was not paying attention to which region we were in. Oh, look. East 1. Now, what is this going to do? Say we go there, there's nothing here. I guess it makes sense, but what is this URI for? Is this an internal URI then? It was East 1. Let's close this. Oh, I see. I went to. It's just a busted one. Oh, I see. So there's Enacron in the APIs. What in the world? Oh, I haven't seen this before. Client, method request, method response. Wow. All right, let's click on the test button. Three strings. Name, foobar, test. Oh, look at that. And you get the logs, authorization. Oh, and it's even, oh, thank you, Amazon. I was not expecting to see auth headers in this. Internal server error. Okay. Resource and path, yada yada. Looking for the error. Error message, here we go. Couldn't find valid bootstrap. Ooh. Does it have to be called bootstrap? I called it something else. Looks like it must be called bootstrap. That makes me sad. Okay. I think I remember seeing a lot of examples using bootstrap and saying that you should call it bootstrap. I don't remember it saying it must be called bootstrap. Because if it is, then we're going to have to adjust this just a bit. As the runtime is there, the handler will have to be called bootstrap in every case. And we will have to adjust the make file. Copy this to the artifacts directory / bootstrap. We want to rename it as we copy it. You do need a main entry point like this is providing. No, link away, link away. So example function. Okay, yeah, oh, this is the tutorial we followed. This is good. It's good to find this again. Thank you. So we can build it. Yes, we have this, is that. Now here, they copy it to Bootstrap. Oh, I see. For a custom runtime, AWS Lambda looks for an executable called Bootstrap in the deployment package zip. Okay, so it must be called Bootstrap. All right, so we will build it as, you know, whatever our name of the binary is, and we will copy it, we will rename it as we package it here in the artifacts directory. And I'm expecting a different artifacts directory per function. Let's see if that works out. We'll do the build, because the deploy doesn't do the build. We'll get this. Maybe you can try your recursive function meme with a Rust in. Kick off another one each time. Oh, interesting. The Fibonacci sequence with lambdas. Now we'll do deploy. Okay. This is interesting. What happens if we deploy again? Right, let's look at the artifact files. Cat dot, no, was it sam config? So we've got stack name, the bucket, prefix. How is it going to know the association that it had before and that it should use the new one? Does it just, guessing for the S3 bucket, it's just going to add another file. Does it clean up after itself? Does it include, like, does it just use the version number? Like, do we have to say, oh, this is v2? I had not noticed this before. Questions? What was the file? samconfig.toml. Okay, so it's with hashes. I wonder how that affects it. Is it something that we can access later to know which version has been deployed? Little human readable thing? I don't know. All right, so we did the build already. Let's do the deploy. It is still cold in here. It's 55 degrees. Yeah, at least it's not a meat locker. If it was a meat locker, we'd have snacks. Kidding. All right. Replacement. Oh, this is interesting. False. Conditional. One of your functions last month. Copy link location. Oh, I see. Interesting. Hash template, hash template. Got it. Okay. So now if we go back into the AWS console, take a peek. All right, now this hash here, let's say it's 8J5T. Go back in here, APIs. Okay, same ID. I'm gonna click into that. Come into the get. Let's try run this again. I don't know if I'm running against the recent version. Oh, maybe this one here. Maybe I've clicked too far in. No methods for resource. Well, how does it know? I mean, it doesn't list anything there. That's a little silly. What's this? Use these buttons to create or delete resources and methods. Ah, okay. Authorization, none. API key not required. All right, we're going to test it again. Let's look at the code. I thought I had something in lib. Lib, goes to HTTP example. It should have been here. Oh, here it is. We're looking for first name, not just name. Okay. We'll click on this. Mr. Halsey. Test. All right, we've got an error. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Failed with 200. What? Error message. Request ID blah. Runtime exited with error. Status 1. Looks like it's supposed to be using that. We're registering that handler, pardon me. Failed to render response. What if I do nothing? If I don't provide anything? Customer function error, request ID blah. Error, runtime exited with exit status 1. Okay. Headers. Where's the URL? And it looks like this. First name. Unable to determine service/operator name to be authorized. Oh, fancy. Access denied. Where were we? Okay, here. And this is in the API section, right? This isn't even in the Lambdas. So if we go to not that, I want to go look at the Lambdas. Okay, this is still in US East 1. Ah, we have 2 Lambdas. It belongs to an application. Okay, that's interesting. We have API gateway, layers, HTTP example. Okay, code, yeah, we've been through here a day ago. If we wanted to upload it manually, we'd have to go through here and upload a zip file. That's how we did the previous one. Environment variables, tags. Interesting. All right, concurrency. Maximum age of event, 6 hours. Reach fire times 2. All right, so let's test at the top. Ah, not that. We want... configure test event. Oh, only letters and numbers, HTTP example. Oh, this is interesting. This isn't an HTTP request. This isn't going to give the right kind of event. Unless it converts these to query parameters. That seems weird. That will just be JSON passed to the function. Okay, and that wouldn't work. That would work for our event, but not for this. API endpoint. Oh, okay. Oh, look, we got a hello, hello. Raw data. Hello, JB. Okay, so it's actually running. If we reload, what's the timing look like on this? Timings. 179 milliseconds. And how long till we get a cold boot? Is this a cold boot? 336? What if I hit it a bunch of times? Said it took no time. Max age 0, so it should not have been cached. Disable cache at the top anyways. And that there, the waiting time is 144. But if we hit it 3 times in a row, 35. Just wondering how quickly it fires that up again. Did it reuse the connection? That's a good question. Did it send and receive data? Because this one has a size of 0. Headers. $134 seems a little high for this, doesn't it? I guess it is going to the East Coast and back. I'm on the West Coast. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think that's okay. Because where I'm going with this is I kind of want to be able to set up some dynamic content online, probably in the form of a forum or e-commerce store, maybe both, along with some static content. So typical storefront where you have about us, stores over there, that sort of thing. I think this will work because what I'm expecting from this is to be able to put enough logic into one of these to be able to stamp out some of the static content, all a static site generator, and then have like was it CloudFront? Be able to deliver that from S3. So have a Lambda be able to generate stuff that lands into S3 for a static website, that can be updated. Right? And then also have dynamic pieces of that site. Also powered via, well, Lambda and friends. I'd also like to play around with, what was it in here? This is Cognito. Cognito seems like a neat solution. This is now strictly an AWS stream. Well, I'm trying to help out my neighbors, so I need a website for them. And so I'm going to try to set that up, but at the same time, make a tool that I could use for other people. Where's Cognito? You know you have too much on your menu when you have a search box for your menu. Game dev loses you easily. Well, I think when we come around to game dev, um, we'll very likely end up with using much more of the AWS stuff because I'm not running a server like I had been. So all this plague stuff kind of took away some of my funny money. So, well, Cognito. But I think this is a great offering. Everybody always has to build this, right? You set up a new site, you gotta have login, you have to have all these other things. So if you can have identity pools and SAML and all this extra stuff, oh goodness, that saves you a lot of time. So I'd love to be able to say, okay, these users in this group can do such and such, and have that enforced at the API levels. That would be fantastic. So, I know it was a short stream today. I'm probably gonna get going. I got bugs and release to stamp out. So I look forward to doing this again. And thank you, JB Pratt, for helping this get off the ground. I'm glad that these portions are working here. I'll have to dig in and figure out why some of this is not working for me. Like, oh, let's take a peek at the app real quick. Look, I'm getting myself distracted. North Virginia services. We were in API Gateway. It was over here. Why didn't this work? Endpoint type, edge, rest. It's neat to see this. Method request. Oh, in what? First name. And you can cache it based on... Oh, no way. What is... Does that mean that the gateway servers cache the response of this? That's neat. Okay. Query string, first name, integration request, Lambda proxy. Okay, yes, it's a Lambda function. execution role, not set. Invoke with caller credentials. That could be neat. We have the Lambda. Does this take us to the Lambda? Looks like it does. I wonder how they manage building all of their URIs to go between these services. Method response. Yeah, that's odd. Resources, stages, authorizers. Like, what is all of this? Wait, stages? Like production and not production? Hey, cat peasant. And that's over there. Goodness, that was pretty good. Okay, let me see. And I think I'll go through today and try to document in more of the files what's going on and why, at least to help with my own understanding. So the way that the project is set up currently is that each Lambda has its own binary. I have an HTTP example and an event example. At the event example, deserializes JSON. Okay. There is a library, right? Two binaries and a library. The library itself has the code for these, and if there is any sort of shared code, it's available here too. So if we come into this, we can handle the HTTP request, and then if we go into the other one, we can handle the event request. And this is with Saturday, etc. Just parsing JSON. So it's fairly straightforward. One thing that we didn't test out was the event one. So it did not get an API endpoint, which is fine. Where are the apps defined? App flow, app stream, app appliance. Let's go back into Lambda. Lambda linked to it. Well, here's the event example. Does it say this is part of an app? It does. No, it says it's part of an event bridge. Okay, but with this event example, we should be able to do a test here. And what was it, name? Yeah, one's name. Sure, format that JSON. Create. Now we have to run it against it. Event example. Good. Test. It used all of 8 megs of memory and lasted 91 milliseconds. Not bad. The app piece comes along with SAM, as it's treating your template as an entire serverless application. I see. Oh, you know what? This thing is running every minute, isn't it? The event example should be failing all the time right now. I forgot about that. Oh dear, where is that? Is it scheduled? Or is it just Lambda? And I guess we can go look at the monitoring. Is there any monitoring going on? Event bridge rules. Okay. Let's take a peek in here real quick. Oh, it is doing stuff. Look at that. And this is for the event example. Huh. All right. Let's go back to, where was it? Event bridge? All those errors, yes. Rules. Oh, here it is. Yes. Wow. Let's give this an edit. Can we change it to disabled? I would have expected that higher up. Oh, I see. So here's our description. And if we had given these names, it might, I don't know, those seem fine. Find pattern, fixed rate, cron expression. Ah. That little tiny button disables it? Yes. Do I have to save? Ah, yes, update. Must have a number. Wait, member must have length less than or equal to 100. What is it talking about? Customer. Oh, I see. That it's not for that event bus. We can remove the target. Go back a page. Here. Alright, let's go back to rules. Here's this. Oh, it's saying it's disabled now. Maybe that error was okay. I see. So there's an enable or disable. So if we click on that, oh, I got it. There's a big button up there. Nice, nice. Well, that's handy. My billing dashboard. This is taking a long time. I will let that load later. Oh, apparently costs me nothing. Nice. All right. Well, take care, JB Fret. I'm gonna head out as well. Let's go to Science and Tech. Oh, who shall we raid today? Let's scroll down on this. And a couple people doing some gaming. Huh. I know, Cap hasn't. I gotta get a release out. We have Rust on AWS. Oh, I'm the only one doing Rust right now? Y'all have any suggestions? We're gonna raid Tej. Yeah, you're welcome, Rhino. Y'all take care. Till next time. Bye bye.